May's Mental Health Month. So tonight we're going to talk about mental health a little bit and things that you can do to keep your brain and your mood healthy. Remember, the information I'm presenting is for educational purposes only. If you have a condition, please consult with your healthcare provider. So anyway, my name's Mara. Welcome. So I'm just going to throw out a few stats from the CDC. 12.5% of adults 18 or older have regular feelings of worry, nervousness, anxiety, and 21% of adolescents also state that they have those feelings. About 9% of adults have feelings of depression. 57.2 million people visit their doctor yearly with mental disorders as their primary diagnosis. 5.8 million people visited the emergency department. Close to 50,000 were the result of suicide deaths. And suicide is unfortunately now the leading cause of young people between the ages of 15 and 24. It's the third leading cause of death. So what impacts our mental health? There's a lot of things that impact it. Genetics, substance abuse, conflicts in families, child abuse or trauma, what's going on socially around us, our environment, family history, neurochemistry. Your physical health can impact your mental health. A lot of people with heart disease or type 2 diabetes or living with chronic pain are affected mentally as well. Difficulties in your relationship. So how can we improve mental health? And you know, I'm all about improving the whole body, and that's going to improve a lot of things. But many of the experts say, and I agree, that getting regular exercise, 30 minutes of walking, can boost your mood as well as improve your health. So if you can, grab a friend, go outside if it's nice, enjoy nature, and take a walk. Also, try to make sleep a priority because how we sleep really impacts how we feel mentally as well as physically. So try not to eat sugary foods or drink a lot of caffeinated beverages after 3 p.m. Make sure to turn off all your screen time at least 30 minutes before bed. Grab a book. Listen to some relaxing music, practice deep breathing, diffuse essential oils, but get yourself ready to wind down and go to sleep. We also need to try to reduce our stress. And there's many things you can do for that, from meditation to deep breathing to using the Soaky bed or the Chi machine. But what I like to tell people to do, kind of got this from Stephen, is you want to make a list of what makes you laugh, what makes you happy. So do something that you find enjoyable, that makes you feel good. So make a list of the top 10 or 15 things you like to do. Then make sure you're doing one of those things every day. For some people, it could be taking a warm bath, getting a pedicure, painting your fingernails, making something creative. You know, I make body butters. I just finished a batch of my whipped lavender body butter, which is delicious. So I like to do something creative. I think that's fun. Some people like to draw. Some people like to listen to music. Some people want to go out for a walk in nature. Some people have hobbies they like to do. So just make sure you're doing something that you find enjoyable every day. Also, it's good to set goals and priorities so you know where you stand and what's important to you. And I go through this a lot with people in my chronic pain support group, because it's a lot more than setting goals. It's making a list of things that are important to you, that you want to get done, and then make another list of all the assets that you have to help you accomplish this task, and the friends and family members and your team, what their assets are to help you as well. And then you have a really good support system, and you have a really good idea of what's important to you and the things that you want to accomplish, not what somebody else wants you to accomplish. So, you know, include your families, your friends, your coworkers, your educators, and your skills when you're making this list. And it's super important to practice gratitude. Each morning when I get up, I thank God for all the things that I have that I'm grateful for. My husband, the house I live in, my cat. I have really great girlfriends that we stick together through thick and thin, and my life just wouldn't be the same without them. So think about all the things that you have that you're grateful for. And the thing I'm most grateful for is that I get to share these things with people and help you by sharing my experience and what I know and what I've learned. It's also super important to focus on positivity. If I've learned one thing in life, if you focus on the negative things about people and places, you won't see the good things. They're going to fade away, and you're just going to get more agitated and more upset about it. So think about the things that these people and these places have to offer that's good, that's nice, that's friendly, that's becoming. So think about what you like about them and not what you don't like. And it's also super important to stay connected. If you're a churchgoer, go to your church. It's a great group of people. Social activities, get together with friends. Pick up the phone and talk to somebody instead of texting, and actually hear a voice and share some emotion and some laughter. Because hearing someone's voice, believe it or not, can be really soothing. And focus on learning something that you find interesting. Learn something new. Maybe there's a class nearby, or a meeting, or a seminar on something new. I just took a picture from the paper today of a girlfriend who loves flowers and arrangements, and she's really good with all that stuff. And I noticed they're having a class locally, so I took a picture of it and sent it to her and said, hey, you may want to go attend this. And we really need to eat to maintain brain health. Our brain's responsible for a lot of things: our mood, all the automatic things our body does, breathing, heart rate, sleeping. And our bodies get energy from the food we eat, aka the fuel. So what we eat affects the structure and function of our brain, our body, and our mood. So feed yourself like $1 million racehorse. Give your body high quality foods that are nutrient dense, containing lots of vitamins and minerals. Eat the color of the rainbow. Eat healthy fats. The brain and the nervous system love fats, so omega-3 fatty acids found in fish, avocados, olive oil. If you're going to have protein, make sure you're eating lean protein sources. Get tons of fruits, tons of veggies, tons of leafy greens. And forget about the foods high in refined carbohydrates, your white potatoes, your white flour, your white sugar, your white bread, your white rice, and the overly processed foods generally that come in the box, or like I say, the deli counter, because your body actually processes insulin, and that can promote inflammation and oxidative stress, which can impair the brain function and affect your mood, leading to depression. And serotonin, which I call the feel-good neurotransmitter, helps regulate our mood, our sleep, our digestion, our wound healing, our bone health, blood clotting, lots of things. And it's mainly produced in our gut. 95% of it, I believe, comes from our gut. And you've heard the saying that our gut is our second brain. And that's due to the millions of neurons along with serotonin found in its lining. And that's why it really matters how we fuel our body, because the better foods we eat to fuel our body, the more good bacteria the microbiome becomes. And these good bacteria influence our health by protecting the intestinal lining, being a barrier for toxins and bad bacteria, and helping to keep inflammation at bay, as well as our mood and energy levels. So what are some things you can do to supplement the nervous system and the brain? Well, essential fatty acids, omega-3s. Studies suggest that high doses may reduce symptoms of depression and anxiety. B vitamins play a role in the production of brain chemicals that affect our mood, and low levels of B12 and other B vitamins, such as B6 and folate, may be linked to depression. B vitamins also play a large role in keeping our nervous system healthy, which is going to impact our emotional health as well as our physical health. Vitamin C, they found that many people deficient in vitamin C feel fatigued and depressed. So vitamin B and vitamin C are water-soluble vitamins, which means our body doesn't store them. So if we eat foods rich in B and C and our body doesn't need them right when we're eating them and digesting them, our body gets rid of them. So that's why it's super important to keep eating those fruits and vegetables and foods high in vitamins B and C. Ashwagandha is an herb, and that can offer support for stress and sleep. L-theanine has been used to improve mental function, stress, and anxiety, although there are studies lacking for those things, but many people take them and feel they're beneficial for those areas. Essential oils are really powerful at influencing your mood because it goes right from our sense of smell to our limbic and olfactory system, which is where our emotions are stored. So if you're feeling really tired or fatigued, citrus oils, orange, grapefruit, lemon, they can be very uplifting. I really think, besides the antimicrobial benefits of lemon, I think that's why they put it in cleaning products to keep us energized as we're running through the house. Lavender and vetiver are very grounding. They're very relaxing. They just kind of calm people down. And things for grief and sadness, rose essential oils, really helpful for sadness, depression, and grief. The other thing we really need to do is focus on keeping our gut healthy, because an unhealthy microbiome, like I said earlier, can be the cause or the product of anxiety, stress, or depression. So you want to make sure that you're eating the good food, especially high fiber foods, plants, and fermented foods, and garlic. You want to make sure you chew them, which is the first phase of digestion. Make sure you're staying hydrated, half your body weight in ounces of water, half your body weight in ounces of water per day. Take a pre or probiotic. Many probiotics include a prebiotic. And start paying attention to how food makes you feel when you eat it to determine if you have any food sensitivities. And if you do, then avoid that food. I've been allergic to dairy my whole life. I was actually raised on goat's milk, so I haven't had a lot of dairy throughout my life. There's certain types of dairy I can eat, and there's certain types that I can't. And when I eat it, I'll notice I'll get bloated, really sluggish, and sometimes I'll even get hives. So pay attention to how your body's reacting to the foods you eat. If you eat something really caffeinated, or did you stay awake that night? So it's always good to keep a little journal for all that. So when do you need to seek professional help? Well, the experts say that if you have been feeling a certain way for 2 weeks or more, like trouble sleeping, a change in appetite, or changes in your weight, difficulty getting out of bed in the morning, difficulty concentrating, loss of interest in things you usually find enjoyable, inability to complete usual tasks and activities, or feelings of irritability, frustration, or restlessness, that's when you need to reach out and ask for professional help. And if you feel suicidal, remember to call the suicide hotline, which I believe is 988. So pay attention to how you feel. There's no shame in reaching out and asking for help through the phases and chapters of this book of life. I call chapters, the chapters in our book. We've all been there. There's certain things that happen to you you're not prepared for, and you need somebody to help you walk through it and deal with it. And professionals can really give you some options. So thanks for watching. I appreciate you watching Healthy Habits Wednesday.